Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Sarah, this is what you get for a
bonus episode.
For a bonus episode.
Yeah.
You get the dog's mouth noises.
Perfect. Just what we wanted. We're going to spoil this movie because it's kind of impossible to talk about it without spoiling it.
There's also nothing to spoil.
No, that seems fair. That's fine. I'm totally cool with that.
So listen up, people. We're going to talk about Arcadian and we're going to spoil it.
First spoiler. No idea why it's called Arcadian.
Yeah, can't figure that part out.
Second spoiler. Chompy monsters.
Yeah, those are real cool.
That is kind of a spoiler because that's just a fun scene to like be like, what the fuck is that? Oh, it chomps. All right, that was weird. Hey, they're all doing it. Cool.
Would you like to take a guess at a major inspiration for the character design for the monster?
Yeah, we were just
a Goofy movie. Specifically, the nightmare scene where Max turns into his dad.
Oh God. Okay, I see it.
Which is pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
So,
but from the director's mouth, that's
all right. I did like how the creatures had like a faux face on their face.
Mm-hmm.
Like they kind of had like a people face at the end of their mouth.
It was like a crazy mashup of like bugs and a horse and other weird shit with like horse mouth.
Horse mouth.
I think the creatures were pretty cool. I mean,
so welcome to this bonus episode of Cage Match, calling a roundabout way of meeting Nicolas Cage.
So if, hold on, I'm going to go back to your question from the other week. If I had one hell mount, it would be these wild ass monsters.
Which episode's coming out first? Please say this.
Wherever it comes out.
Yeah, it's going to be good no matter what. So your hell mount is going to be one of these things.
Yeah, spinning wheel of chompy-boys.
I mean, they are on fire at the end, so we've seen what that can be.
Yeah, the potential is there.
I like how much they just really wanted to kill those kids.
Yeah, I get it. Kids are terrible.
Yeah, Hank and Dean really tried their best. But, they
shit. Oh, that one broke me. Yeah, there's some Venture Brothers energy here, isn't there?
Yeah,
there really is. I couldn't stop thinking about it, especially when we were just left with the kids for half the movie. Nicolas Cage does get one line in the Hey, how about we say what this movie's about real quick?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, let's break this one down.
Yeah, run the plot. I mean, won't take long.
There's an apocalypse. Nic Cage is running from a war zone that is a burnt out city. Find some kids. Cut to 15 years in the future, and none of that mattered.
Presumably his kids, since he knew where to find them.
Presumably. But 15 years later, none of that matters, and there's weird bug creatures coming up from the floor.
Well, the apocalypse does matter.
I mean, an apocalypse happened. We didn't need to... The specific apocalypse that they showed, it didn't matter to this movie.
No, you don't need reasons.
Yeah, so. that was more my point.
Were the chompy-boys part of the apocalypse, or was that...
No idea.
Yeah.
No fucking clue.
Not even the kids know. So.
That's true. Kids don't know shit, though.
They do have that fun game, though.
Yeah.
Stupid apocalypse.
10 seconds on why the world died.
Yeah.
It's good. Someday, maybe some other people's children will play that game. Cora.
Yes. Oh, the future is bleak.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Nic Cage and his boys hole up every night because the creatures only come out at night. The Hank one, the blonde one, has a girlfriend at a neighboring farm, and he keeps coming back late.
His name is Thomas. In the film.
That other farm is full of assholes.
Yeah. At one point, Nic Cage gets blown up, and they take him to the other farm for help, and they're like, Thomas can stay.
Nic Cage is really intent on not living through the apocalypse. Like, he blows himself up in defense of Hank and
Thomas.
Then, like, in the end, he does more blow up stuff.
Technically, his son blew him up the second time.
But he allowed himself to be blown up. He didn't crystal skull himself into a fridge. And
the kids did, though.
Yeah, everybody else got a chance at life. He was through. I can't blame him. Like, his kids...
He was pretty baked.
Cool Dean is pretty cool.
Not high, but like burnt.
Yeah.
Well, he did take those drugs.
He did. I like how they're just like
one penicillin will get you back on track.
Just generic medicine.
He probably knew, like, my kids got me fucking Robitussin in pill form.
This movie really missed out on the opportunity to just go hard Home Alone with it.
Yeah.
They try a little bit.
Yeah, because the kid's got like a trap, or he's got in the attic door has like a cage that comes down on one of the creatures early on.
Mm-hmm.
And then he builds like his bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping for more. Hot doorknobs and shit. Irons falling from the sky. Paint buckets.
Yeah. The sort of things that you would expect.
Yeah.
You know.
All the classics.
So I enjoyed this movie. It was it's got some things I didn't care for. Like a lot of shaky hand cam.
Yeah.
Really don't need any of that. To whoever out there says, can you ever have too much shaky hand cam? The answer is yes.
Yep.
People's evidence,
90 minutes of it is too much.
Yeah. I was totally fine. Like I enjoyed that the nearest neighbors just aren't willing to give up any kind of physical support. Like they're not going to give up any resources.
No.
Which seems very true.
Yeah, that tracks.
Obviously, Hank can stay because he's a breeder, and
even though they don't want him touching their daughter.
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
Resources, man, resources. One of their goons has to die before they can free up baby making resources.
Gotta reallocate. You're right.
Yeah, you got finite amounts of
Robitussin.
Shit tickets.
They did have a pretty nice farm.
I did like how
yes, they had worked up a pretty nice place.
when they accused him of stealing the medicine. They're like, "You're not going to run anymore," and they were just going to shoot his ankle off.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
He's not going to be a really good worker at that point.
I mean, you could do sit down work. I'm sure there's a lot of like clerical work that needs to get done, office stuff and things.
Filing taxes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tax day,
Somebody's
people.
gonna.
Yeah.
It
Hope you
is
find-
tax day.
Hope you got those in.
Good luck.
If you're on the West Coast, you have 3 more hours.
Oh, plenty of time.
Yeah.
I just have a bag of loose receipts. Does that work? Do I just mail that to the IRS?
Just put it in the CD-ROM drive.
Good idea.
Get a CD-ROM drive, then put them in there. It's a dated joke.
Very true.
All my jokes are dated.
What did you guys think of the overall look of the movie?
I dug it. I liked the slow build to like the subterranean monsters, like the little hints of it.
I don't like subterranean things, but I get claustrophobic. So for me, it's just like uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, I hate
anytime you get like
under things,
subterranean monsters and stuff, I'm like, I don't like this out of principle because I know we're going to be in a cave at some point.
and we were.
Oh man, I did not like the use of that like welding torch sparker or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that what that was? I was curious.
It was something similar, but it was more like a mechanical version.
It made me think of the Wheeler action figure from the Captain Planet line
Oh,
because his
yeah.
power was like fire, so he just had a sparker in him, and his chest would just like spark.
That seems like a very dangerous toy and very like early 90s.
Yeah.
That's great.
I like when at the end she picks up the lighter. All I could think of was pussy magnet.
Hear this sound? All the hookers start coming.
She knows.
Yeah. The little funeral at the end was a little, I didn't care.
Could have used none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could have saved us a whole 90 seconds.
I asked Peter this in the car. This movie seems like one where everyone could have died and it would have been fine.
I would have been okay with that. I think
Yeah.
that would have worked just as well.
I kind of want, so the climax of this film is they blow up the house, but they do it from the second floor because the creatures are coming in from under the house, and they just get in a large meat freezer.
It's a freezer. You could freeze and other things too.
A large freezer.
It's not exclusively meat.
I'm trying to point a specific picture here, but the 3 kids get in that, hold it shut, and go for a ride. I wanted that thing to land in such a way where it couldn't be opened.
I would have been fine with it concluding with nobody getting out. Like if the spinning wheel of teeth and fire had caught up to them on their dune buggy escape, that would have been fine with me because this doesn't feel like a franchise.
No.
We're not going to get Arcadian 2.
Arcadian 2, we explain what the Arcadian is.
All right. What do you think about Cage's performance overall?
I thought he was a good dad in this one.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the learning to drive scene. when they start rolling back down the hill. That was good. It felt like a very, very classic, like coming of age in an apocalypse kind of performance.
Yeah, because he doesn't really do a lot of dad roles.
No.
And often it's like, oh, I was in prison or, whatever.
Yeah,
or
he's
I
just
wished myself into a dad role.
Right.
He's got no like exemplary qualities aside from
survival,
keeping 2 kids alive in the end times. But he does cool dad things. He hangs out, he smokes cigars, he chills by waterfalls, he stares into the horizon. I think that's every scene he was in.
He did make soup.
And then he had one line in the second half of the film. We fight just fight.
Fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Half dead. He kind of lets one word slide. And that's it for the rest of the film, which is fine because then
You're
you
there
get
for the monsters.
a little bit of Nicolas Cage fighting with a baseball bat.
Mm-hmm.
I like when he shot the floor for no specific reason, and then a minute later you see a monster charge him and fall through the floor. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forethought.
Good move.
Yeah.
So he egged them on until like enough of them came and broke it out and
Started doing their choppy bits.
yeah. Yeah, those things really move.
Yeah. Oh, the creepy scene where the hand comes in through like the peephole
Uh-huh.
and it just keeps unfurling.
Yeah, I liked how it unfolded. That's what originally got me thinking about it, like a spider leg or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Dean kid
Mhm.
had all the drawings of bugs and stuff. So I'm like, okay, so they're
Yeah, there was a big like
Bug.
cockroach theme
Yeah.
going on. So my assumption is it's just some sort of like mutant amalgamation of bug, mammal, fire. Fire is not like a base element of the animal. It's not always on fire.
yeah,
But when it is, it's at its most frightening.
it's true. Then they blow up, or she shot it in its weak spot and it fell
I think
apart.
they just finally gave into the fire.
I thought it hit a branch. Like it was going along and it hit a branch, like a low branch, and that broke it up.
It's a dark fucking movie. All of these things could be possible. You couldn't see a lot.
Whatever your heart desires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine desires one slapstick moment.
I'm not a big fan of like suspense horror in general. And there were a couple like little jumps in this movie that I'm like, don't like that. And when they come into the other farm and they start killing everybody, and I'm like, all right, we're at monster times. And then you see the first wheel of them just rolling through the
Mhm.
fields. And it was like, okay, now it's just funny.
Yeah.
That completely cut all the tension for me.
Yeah. It does not make it scarier in the moment. But when you consider it like in the long term, it's like,
Sure.
They can move.
what if these things fucking death wheeled around all the time?
It made me think of specific enemies in Dark Souls.
So where do you guys put these in terms of the new Cage movies that we've seen? Where would you rank this one?
I enjoyed it quite a bit. I had fun.
Yeah. I don't know if I could rank it.
Yeah,
I mean, the closest thing to it would be probably Sympathy for the Devil being a thriller.
Which Sympathy for the Devil is still my favorite of the newer films.
It is a terrific film.
Sean hates Retirement Plan.
I did not say I hated Retirement Plan. I said I liked this
He
movie
hates-
more than
He
Retirement
hates
Plan.
Bobo.
Ugh, God, Sean has poor taste, as evidenced by this podcast.
I said I enjoyed this film more than I enjoyed Retirement Plan.
You hate it.
Yeah.
I heard it. It was in the subtext. I miss Bobo.
Bobo was so cool.
I do miss Bobo.
I liked Ernie Hudson in that movie
Oh, yeah,
too.
he was good.
I forgot Ernie Hudson was in that movie.
Because you don't like it.
Yeah, and it fucking rules.
Yeah. Yeah. What did the last how many years are we going? Like Renfield forward?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's probably pretty fair.
God, they're all so different. I would probably put it above Retirement Plan for sure, but beneath Sympathy for the Devil and
Yeah.
Renfield. What else has come out?
Butcher's Crossing.
Butcher's Crossing is below.
That's the bottom
is better
of the totem
than
pole.
Butcher's Crossing, yeah.
There was The Old Way. I don't know if we count that in the mix too. but
Yeah, that's down below Butcher's Crossing. It's only got Eustace in my
that's
on
all
my
you-
balls.
in my
all
look
you
back.
need.
Time memories. Yeah.
Look back time memories.
Yeah.
The old look back time memory.
So, what do I think? Movie Cage movie, good, bad, good.
It is a movie with Cage.
Yeah.
I think we found it.
All right.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you can see Arcadian in theaters maybe for the rest of the week. We'll see.
But if not, I think it's already on streaming.
It is not.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah, it will be soon though.
Good. Go see it in theaters if you catch this before the week is out.
But don't go to the Regal we went to because that place was weird and maybe had pod people.
I do love that the ticket taker, his badge that said his favorite movie was Cars 2. It's like, come on, man. Well, any final thoughts on Arcadian?
It's a romp. I know I say that about most films, but it's true. I enjoy it. Romp means I enjoyed it.
Yeah, if you could sit through all of this half thought out rambling about it and it still interests you, yeah, go see it.
Yeah.
You'll probably be
One of the
entertained.
2 other people in the theater.
Well, okay, let's be real. It's a Monday night.
I know.
It's just like a strip club. They don't put their A team at the theater on a Monday night. You bring out your Cars 2 and Bad Boys.
Both those people made me think that they were like aliens pretending to be humans.
They probably were. And it's rude of you to point it out. They're trying, dude.
Yeah, they're doing their best. They got a job at the Regal.
When Peter and I got in there, we saw a guy walk out of one theater and walking back towards our theater. I mean, like most people, kind of looked like you.
Mm-hmm.
He was U-shaped.
He was U-shaped.
This is what we do. Just pod people. You were worried about the wrong pod people this whole time.
I did invite you into my house.
Yeah. And into your pod.
Cast.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Also, I got the last hot dog.
Yeah, fuck you. We get up there. Sean gets the last hot dog. I get there. I'll take one hot dog. Nope, we're out.
You'll take none hot dog.
Damn it. Also, that Five Guys hot dog was pretty bad. Don't recommend.
Oh, you had a hot dog at a Five Guys?
I didn't want a burger. I've just had a burger.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can't-
I get that.
I just had lo mein.